YouTube, how's it going? So we have the Democratic Detonation Warbonds being dropped this week here on Thursday on the 11th, and I just wanted to take some time to kind of review the trailer footage and kind of just go through it, as I hadn't had a chance to actually sit down and watch it, and I figured no better way to do that than just going through it with you guys. So we'll go through it, we'll kind of give our first impressions, some thoughts, and some hopes as to what we're expecting out of this Warbond, and then come Thursday, we'll see what they got dished out for us. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Alright, so new armors, to no surprise. It looks like we got one heavy, one light, and one medium armor set here. My first hopes for this in terms of new armor sets, as the traits for a lot of the armors seem to be quite redundant. It looks like we only have really a small list of traits, is hopefully this brings new traits. The heavy armor looks heavily EOD'd. I love everything about that. Light armor has some nice grenadier vibes to it with the nade canisters there on the chest. And then our medium armor, so it looks like a standard Seaburn guy. He's got the gas mask all nice and fortified. Overall, I think I like the color schemes on these two, especially the light armor set. However, hopefully they bring new traits, because the traits are they're pretty redundant currently. But we got hopes. Let's keep going. What was that weapon? What was that? Is that that armor-piercing DMR? Might be. No, because I'm pretty sure it was that one. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, so I saw the crossbow. We'll talk about the crossbow here in a moment. Capes. What could I say? In the terms of my costume stylist, Edna, capes are normally a no-go, but in this instance, when it comes to democracy and freedom, well, capes are capes. I like capes. I like the one on the left there. I'm more of like a simple cape person. However, capes are capes. We like capes. Capes, big W. Grenade pistol. Okay. The GP31 grenade pistol. And they showed the only question I would have actually had about that, which is why I initially paused it, is can it burn outpost? Good to know it can burn the bug holes. That's cool, but my first thing I'm going to do with that thing is go straight to an automaton outpost and see if that thing's capable of milking it, because me, an auto cannon enthusiast, loves having a way to carry something to quickly eliminate outposts, especially with the solo mindset I'm trying to establish as we work up to solo Helldiver here on the channel and on stream. However, that could be good because we've been using the same pistol for a while. This could bring a new dynamic as to what you bring in terms of, you know, quickly taking care of outposts and kind of allow you to adjust the arsenal a little bit. So that's good. That's promising. Nice. Alright, so I wasn't crazy. New primary weapons, crossbow is going to fall under there. That rifle that I have not seen, which has got a nice little Gears of War, like, saw down there. My follow me point to the right place. It's not going to see it, but you can see the Gears of War saw down there. Obviously, that's probably not heavily geared towards that, but he's got his hands on it, so that's kind of funny. And that DMR right there on the right, or marksman rifle, which kind of already looks like the one we have. However, we'll find out come Thursday how different they are. Okay, so this one is the, yep, BR-14 Adjudicator. Adjudicator, I like that one. Okay. R36 Eruptor Explosive. That cockback time's gonna be crazy. I like that. The CB9 Exploding Crossbow. Okay, so you don't, to bring back to the crossbow a second, it does look like, let me rerun through that footage. Nope, back here, sorry. It does look like it's auto-loading on the crossbow, so that's good. It's not going to bring in, like, you know, you having to draw it back every time, so that could be promising. I at this moment don't see any real strong uses for that in the way that most people play currently on the big 3 difficulties. However, we'll see. And then we have a thermite. They use it on a charger, so I wonder if it's implementing some bigger capabilities there. However, I also don't see a thermite doing too well when you have things like the quasar cannon, auto cannon, and like the few other handfuls, you know, the eats and things like that. But it could bring a little bit of diversity because it's a primary weapon, so that could be pretty neat, you know, depending if that's your gig. Okay, so that is the Democratic Detonation Warbonds. Overall, it drops this Thursday, April 11th. So 3 new primaries, 3 new armor sets, 3 new capes. Can't forget the capes. Capes are important. It looks promising. Yeah, it looks like it's going to bring a lot of good stuff. It's definitely going to bring a lot of fun new cosmetics. I'm curious to see how the explosive rifle does in hand with kind of being a primary. The adjudicator looks like it'll be just like a good weapon of choice. Maybe if it has piercing, that'll be pretty cool. And the crossbow, I can kind of see that shaking things up a little bit, but not immensely. I think people will probably just try to use it for fun as we find different ways to play the game, but I don't see it necessarily falling into the meta yet. However, let me know what you think about it below at the bottom. Let me know your guys' opinion on the new Warbonds, even though I think we're all going to get it and rock with it on Thursday. And I will see you guys for the next one.